G'day there, podcaster.
Yeah, just a bit of a chat here with Dean Lewis, the big DL. Keep it on the DL, guys. Dean Puis is what he was called when we did a show with him.
Dean Puis is what we pitched, and ended up being Dean Lewis.
With two O's, yeah.
Which I think is probably like, it looks better written down.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yep.
If you go through the Ben and Liam history books, there was a time where Dean, Ben and myself did a gig in a Portaloo potty at Splendour in the Grass.
It went surprisingly
well.
like
2018, maybe? But yeah, a lot of people rocked up, and it was It was actually really fun.
It makes sense, though. Like, people weren't coming like from their day jobs. They were already at Splendour. They saw cameras. They saw Triple J. They saw Dean Lewis. Of course, they're going to lie.
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you a fun fact about that at the end of this excellent chat with the great man.
Our next guest hit the charts with this breakout hit.
It comes and goes in waves.
Since then, he's sold over 3 million albums and has over 7 billion streams. Now he's just announced his huge tour this November. Please welcome Dean Lewis.
'Cause it was never meant to end like
Good morning, Dean. Thank you so much for joining us.
Lads, 2.5 years later, good to chat to you. How you doing?
Mate, it has been a minute. We're very well. Where are you in the world right now?
I'm in Oakland, California, just doing this American tour, and just got a day off in a hotel. So I'm just chatting to you guys, man.
It feels like you're everywhere. Like, obviously you're in America right now. It feels like recently you were just over in Europe doing a bunch of shows as well. We know you're an Aussie, obviously, but like, where do you actually live these days, Dean?
Yeah, I got a place in Nashville, and I'm kind of going between Nashville and Sydney, kind of back and forth, and a little bit of time in LA. I know I sound like a wanker, but to be honest, it's like, that's where there's a lot of producers, and we're just kind of like, I have a lot of Australian friends in LA and also in Nashville, producers and stuff. So kind of going back and forth between there and Sydney, and just writing and recording and playing shows and stuff like that. So yeah.
Do you have any Australian friends in Los Angeles that we would know?
No, they're more like people on the other side, like on the production side, and like they're not as kind of like, unfortunately, no cool answer to that question.
I was hoping you were going to say Nicole Kidman or something.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I moved to Nashville, and someone said, the head of my record label, she said, we should get you to have a dinner with Keith and Nicole. And I'm like, why would they want to have a dinner with me? But I think it was one of those record label things people just say to be like really cool. So.
Yeah, like the record label just have them on speed dial to make them go out to dinners with their artists.
I must admit though, Dean, it's good because I feel like, we started doing radio around the same time you started making music. So it feels like we've all kind of grown up at the same time. And it's kind of good because I remember the first time Liam and I interviewed you, after we finished interviewing you, we were like, man, that guy's like so good to interview. He gives such good answers. Yeah. And I feel like you haven't lost that yet, Dean. You still got it.
I still got it. Like, been really cool to see you guys become the Kings of Adelaide. And
and you the king of the world.
No, you guys said the gods. You said the gods of Adelaide before, right? So you said don't say kings.
Dean Lewis joining you this morning on Nova. I have seen some of these videos you've been uploading of your fans in the front row, just absolutely belting out some of your big hits. Emotions are running pretty high. Are there a lot of tears normally at a Dean Lewis show?
It's like the most depressing and happy thing ever because all my songs are so like sad. But, I've only put out like 3 songs in 2.5 years. I was kind of like going, is anyone going to like remember who I am? Like, did I miss my opportunity? And I've just been so amazed that people are coming. Like, I just feel grateful this time, man, and I'm really excited to come back to Australia and play all these shows, man. It's been a long time.
Well, we're excited to have you back on our shores. I think it's fair to say, Dean, that your fans are pretty like hardcore in a good way. But has anyone ever like crossed the line and been like a little too crazed?
Someone asked me the other day, they were like, what's the craziest story? And I was like, I don't really have any. Like, I wish I had like a cool story, like someone like cut my hair off, like from when I was outside. I was like, nothing. Like, literally, I just get lots of like messages with people saying, I love you, and you've helped me. And then on this tour, like I've been getting a lot of paintings. Like people have been drawing me. I did see this one drawing someone did where like, like I had a bit of a double chin in the photo, and it wasn't very, it wasn't a great photo of me, and it kind of hurt a little bit.
Is that what Hurtless is about?
But it was, no, it should be. But no, I get a lot of like really nice drawings and letters, like a lot of letters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you get the odd bad painting every now and then, and it makes you look kind of awful. But it's all good.
Well, look, Dean, mate, you hang in there for long enough, and you'll get a crazed fan before you know it.
Someone will be cutting those luscious locks off soon enough. Maybe on this Australian tour. Hey, if you've always wanted to do it, you can get your tickets from DeanLewis.com.
I was going to say if I didn't have hair, like honestly, no one would be coming to my tour. And if I shave this off, this is all I got, boys.
That's true.
This is all I got.
When you said, I don't want to miss my opportunity, I'm like, yeah, you got to live up these years of your hair being that luscious. Because when it starts thinning out at the top, not as fun.
Oh,
Dean, mate, we can't wait to see you when you're in Australia, and we'll grab a beer when you're here.
thanks, guys. Thanks so much for the chat.
That's the end of the Ben and Liam podcast. We mentioned that we did a bit with Dean Lewis years ago, where he did a show inside of Portaloo. Just going to check if it's Dean Lewis Portaloo. Just going to see if it's still on YouTube because Triple J have deleted some of the things that we were in the past. Oh no, it's still there.
It's still there?
Ben and Liam's Portaloo party. Just put it in YouTube. There's a bit in the video because it was like sort of ended up. This was more like just like a highlights package. So it was like a quick montage. 6,000, nothing.
That's
but
a stinker.
there's a bit. If you go 27 seconds in, it'll make you vom. It's we were like getting lots of cutaway shots, and there was like you remember that Triple J Santa guy? Do you remember him? He used to wear a Triple J shirt.
Oh,
and he was
yeah.
He had like a big bushy beard.
Yeah.
And like I thought it would be funny to like eat his beard, like chew
you put
his
the beard.
beard.
You put it in your mouth.
Like you'll see.
Oh, that's right.
There you go. There's a shot of me like eating that
Oh,
guy's beard.
yeah,
And I can
yeah,
remember
yeah.
it tasted so bad.
Gross.
Like it tasted like.
Anything for 6,000 views, hey?
Yeah, I know. I still think that. Like, we'll look back at that and I'm like, I swear I was pulling hairs out of my mouth for the rest of the weekend.
What I thought you were going to say is, do you remember that? I don't think it made the video, but do you remember, because everyone was lined up quite orderly, someone skipped the line while we weren't in the Portaloo and Dean wasn't in there either, locked himself in, did a turd,
That's right.
and everyone was like, get out of there, get out of there. Don't actually
it wasn't
use it.
plumbed up.
It wasn't plumbed up.
Someone was
This
doing
guy
a
did a
poo
turd
in
in the Portaloo that had no water in it.
Oh, that really killed the bit.
It killed the
didn't
bit, kind of killed the vibe. We got heaps of stuff before that.
But yeah,
But
when the guy
yeah,
did it
it kind of
shit in
killed the
that.
mood.
Yeah.
We wrapped it up after that. Like, it'd be pretty hardcore if we were like, get in there, Dean.
He's like, no, it stinks in there.
Get in there, mate.
We promise.
I know we're not paying you.
We promise the listeners.
You got thousands of people lined up here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fresh turd in there. Get in there, lock the door, and sing your song.
Start performing.
Start singing Waves.
It comes and goes in.
Oh, Dean, do be all right.
It'll be.
All right, see ya.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.